Everyone, so I'm doing a new kind of video today that I have never done before, and that is a readathon vlog. I'm taking part in the BookTubeAthon this week. I do work full time, so I'm probably not going to get through 7 books, and I made the mistake of reading some of my really short books on my recent weekend away. So I'm probably not going to get through 7 books, and I'm not sure how many of the challenges I'm going to be completing, but I wanted to take part and I wanted to do a little vlog of the week because I've seen some people do that and I really like it. So yeah, it's Monday the 3rd of August. The BookTubeAthon actually started about 8.5 hours ago for everyone in the UK because it's 8:30 in the morning now. But like I said, I work full time, so there was no way I was staying up till midnight and starting to read at midnight. So yeah, I started this morning and I'm already about 50 pages into my first book. I started reading Just Call My Name by Holly Goldberg Sloan. So far it's quite interesting. It's about 2 boys who were like kidnapped by their dad, and he's like a psychopath and he's in jail now, but he's planning on like trying to break out of jail and coming to find them. And yeah, it's good so far. I'm hoping that I will actually finish it today because it's only like 270 pages. So if I read on my lunch break at work and when I get home, I'll probably finish it today. Hi guys, it's now Tuesday morning. I'm really sorry I didn't update you last night. I came home from work and I felt like death. Honestly, I felt so ill. Every time I stood up, I felt like I was going to faint. My legs were wobbly and they were really painful. I could barely walk, and my ankle was really sore, and that's quite common for people with Crohn's disease. Like, you can get really bad joint pain, and at the moment it's my ankles, my knees and my left elbow which are really painful. And I think after my weekend away and then going to work yesterday, I think it was just kind of too much for my body and I just crashed when I got home. I went straight to bed, but I did spend the evening reading, so at least I got reading done. I did actually finish that book, the one that's called Just Call My Name. I finished it, and funnily enough, as I was logging it onto my Goodreads, I realised that it's actually the sequel to a book that I haven't read. So I've read the second one but not the first one, but thankfully it was written in a way where they kind of go over what happened in the first book, so I didn't even realise it was a sequel until I finished it, which is kind of embarrassing. And I'm not going to read the first book because obviously I now know how the duology ends, so I'm not going to read the first one. But yes, so I finished my first book, which was 277 pages. So after day 1, that's how much I had read. And then last night I did start reading 2 more books. I started reading The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, and I got like 30 pages into that. And then I started reading Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig, which is a book about depression and anxiety, which unfortunately a lot of people have experienced, including myself, so I've heard fabulous things about it and I wanted to read it, and I got a couple of pages into that. So today I'm taking Ava Lavender to work with me, and I'll read that on my lunch break, and hopefully I'll have some more updates for you later. Hi guys, so it's now nearly 7 PM on day 2 of the BookTubeAthon, and I am 77 pages into The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. I'm enjoying it, but it really is bizarre. It really is strange, like people said it was. But yeah, I am enjoying it. It seems like it's going to be a really interesting read. It's kind of one of those where you really have no idea if what the narrator is telling you is true or not. And I kind of like those stories with unreliable narrators. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, and I'm going to carry on reading it tonight. But I'm not really in the mood to read now, so I think I'm going to catch up on some scrapbooking because I'm really behind with my scrapbooking, and I want to like catch up a little bit and stop stressing about it, which is ridiculous. Like, why am I stressing about scrapbooking? But this is me we're talking about. In more book news though, I'll give you a sneaky peek of some books coming up in a haul soon. I work for they're a publishing company, but I don't work for the publishing side, if that makes sense. Anyway, I work with books indirectly, and we have book sales at the office, and there was a book sale today, and I got these books for £4, and this edition of Coraline is the 10th anniversary special edition in the slipcase, and it's actually signed by Neil Gaiman and Chris Riddell, and it was £2. I can't believe it. And then I got Station 11 and Boy Snowbird, but it is sorry, my mum came in to show me some clothes that she bought today, but it's this really beautiful edition of Boy Snowbird. I haven't seen it before. It's really beautiful. It's like a cloth edition, and again, this was £1, this was £2, this was £1, and then I also got a book for my boyfriend as well, so did pretty well at the book sale today. Morning everyone, it is Thursday, so it's day 4 of the BookTubeAthon, and yeah, I honestly can't even remember the last thing I filmed. So yesterday I finished The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. I think I did film about that, absolutely loved it. And I started reading Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver. I started reading it on my lunch break and I'm already like nearly done with it. I'm like 200 pages in and I think there's like 100 pages left. So I probably will finish that today. But I've carried on reading this morning Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig, which is this little book that I picked up for £7 off Amazon, and I think I spoke briefly about it towards the beginning of the week, but basically it's about his own personal experience with depression and anxiety, and I have had a little bit of a struggle with those sorts of things myself. Well, I say a little bit. I have got quite severe generalised anxiety disorder, which makes life very difficult sometimes. And so I understand a lot of the things he's saying in this book, but I kind of wanted to read it anyway because I always think it's good to educate yourself and to learn about other people's experiences. And I think it's such an important book. I'm only like 60 odd pages in, but already I just feel myself like nodding along with everything he's saying, especially when he talks about anxiety rather than depression, because everything right down to like the physical symptoms of anxiety, I just completely get it. I've suffered with a lot of it myself, and it's just brilliant. I really think it's important for people who love someone with mental illness or just want to understand it a little bit more. It's just such an important book to read, and I feel like it's one of those ones that everyone should read. So yeah, I'm hoping to probably finish that by the end of this week. It's just one that I'm like dipping in and out of. But yeah, I definitely will finish Vanishing Girls today, I think, and then I'm not sure what I'll read after that. Hi guys, so it's now about 6:30 and I'm home from work, and I looked back at my footage and I realised that I actually didn't film an update at all yesterday. So I mentioned it this morning, but yesterday morning I finished The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, and it was amazing. It's a magical realism novel. You never really know whether what you're being told is the truth. The narrator is highly unreliable, and the ending is totally ambiguous. Like, you can interpret it however you want. I'm choosing to interpret it in a happy way because it really made me sad, the whole novel, but it was amazing. I rated it 5 stars, I think. And I will hopefully review it on my blog soon. So that was the second book that I finished for the BookTubeAthon. And then today I finished Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver, and I only started that yesterday lunchtime and I finished it today lunchtime. So I'm really pleased that I read it. I think I mentioned it this morning as well. Lots of people said that they thought it was kind of anticlimactic and it was disappointing, but I actually really liked it. I really liked the twist at the end. I didn't see it coming. I was actually surprised by it, which is quite rare for me. Normally I see a twist before it's coming. And yeah, I really liked it. I'm probably going to rate it like 4 stars. The writing was brilliant. I really like Lauren Oliver's writing. So yes, now I have Domino's pizza. So I've got some garlic bread, some wedges, and a pizza. It's pepperoni and peppers and sweet corn, and I thought I would treat myself because this week has been kind of stressful, and I'm going to start reading Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. The dust jacket is over on my desk. But yeah, so this will be my first ever Sophie Kinsella novel, and I'm also, I think I told you this morning, but I'm also 65 pages into Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. So yeah, I'm going to start this now and eat my pizza. Hi guys, I didn't film yesterday because yesterday was hectic. So it's now Saturday the 8th of August and it's my boyfriend's birthday, so we are at his house. He's watching the football at the moment, so I thought I would just take this opportunity to come and film a little update. Honestly, I'm not even sure like how long the BookTubeAthon goes on for. I can't even remember when it started. I feel like I've been taking part for ages, so I don't know if today is the last day or if tomorrow is the last day or if Monday is the last day. Like, I can't remember at all. But anyway, regardless, it is Saturday, and I think I said on Thursday night I started reading Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella, and I finished it this morning. I have it with me, so I finished that, and that was I did enjoy it. Like, a lot of it I thought was really funny, and I rated it 3 stars in the end because I wasn't massively happy about how she dealt with the whole anxiety thing. I don't think she got it quite right, and a lot of people who suffer with anxiety have also said that like the main character seems to undergo like a miracle fix, and it doesn't happen like that. So yeah, I wasn't 100% happy with it, but I thought like the family in it were really funny, and yeah, so I rated it 3 stars. And because my boyfriend's watching the football, I'm about to start the 9th book in the Princess Diaries series, so after that there's only 1 book standing between me and the royal wedding. But yeah, so I've now read 4 books for the BookTubeAthon, I think, and they're all like over 200 pages, so not too bad. Hi guys, so it's now Sunday evening and the BookTubeAthon goes on till obviously midnight tonight, but I am just going to film my wrap up now because I don't think I'll finish another book today, but I'm going to start another book, but I'm not going to count it as part of the BookTubeAthon. I'm just going to tell you everything that I read using my Goodreads because I've kind of forgotten. So the first book I read was Just Call My Name by Holly Sloan, and that was the one that was actually a sequel, but I didn't realise. So that was the first book I read, and I rated that 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, which was incredible, and I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. Next I read Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver, which I rated 4 stars. Next I read Finding Audrey, which I rated 3 stars. I read number 9 in the Princess Diaries series, which is called Princess Mia, and I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. And then last night while I was at my boyfriend's house and I didn't film an update, I read Alice in Wonderland, and that was a reread for me. I rated it 5 stars. And then because my boyfriend was playing on his PS4, I went on and read Alice Through the Looking Glass, which I rated 4 stars. So I just did a little calculation, and I actually had to do this in my head because I was using my phone to remind me of what books I've read, so this is probably wrong, but I just added up all the pages in the books, and I'm pretty sure that that means this week I have read 1,970 pages, which is kind of insane, and I can't believe I got through 7 books. I'm really happy because I'm not massively good at readathons. I did really well in the I can't remember what it was called, but there was one at Christmas which was like 4 days long, and I did really good at that, but other than that I'm terrible at readathons. So to have read 7 books in the BookTubeAthon, I'm really happy. I didn't play along with the challenges, but I'm pretty sure I did complete a few of them. But yeah, I had loads of fun. If you like this video, please let me know because I will do more vlogs like this if I take part in any more readathons. I'm actually taking part in another one next week because this one went so well. It starts tomorrow and it's run by Lot Loves Books or Lot Likes Books. I can't remember her Instagram name, but she has a really lovely Instagram account and I follow her.